Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear and see me. Please confirm that in the chat. Pleasure to see Badish, Sarah, Magdalena, Insomniac, Jada, and Serbia in the chat. Thank you all for joining. I hope we'll have another interesting episode of our beloved game Coffee Talk. Let's see which new guest joins us tonight. For now, we have an old face, a familiar face, Mr. Hyde, whom I still cannot believe is a man. I'm absolutely still convinced that it is a woman in front of me, but we should not be judgmental. And with that being said, good evening, Mr. Hyde. How may I help you? Evening. So when you are responding, or even when you are greeting someone, you can drop the good part and just say morning. I don't know about afternoon. Just saying afternoon sounds a bit strange, but morning and evening are definitely common. Are you by yourself tonight, sir? So by yourself, alone. You can use it to say that you are coming somewhere on your own. I'm going there by myself. Or you could also use it to say you did something without anyone's help. So I did it by myself. He did it by himself. Gala or gala? Gala. Let's go with Gala. Gala is coming after his shift. Oh, it's his werewolf buddy. It's pretty empty here. We spoke about pretty in this context. It is an intensifier that we can use instead of very, but pretty could also mean sort of beautiful when used as an adjective. You're our first customer tonight. It's usually not very crowded, so it is pretty much business as usual. Is there something wrong? Nothing. It's just a bit strange that you say our. A bit, so not a lot. A bit is a piece, so it's just a little piece of strange, and strange is unusual. Remember, during one of the first episodes of this series, I mentioned that a strange person and a stranger mean two different things. Strange in this case means something unusual, weird, out of the ordinary. A stranger is just a person you don't know. There is nothing negative or offensive about it. But Hyde is saying it's just a bit strange that you say our. Did I say our? I don't recall that. I don't remember that. Perhaps I did. Let's believe his words. And let's say I actually did say our. Was it a problem? When obviously there's only you here. Oh, I guess it's just me, but when I'm working, I always put myself as the barista and the coffee shop. That's why I use the first person plural. I see. Anyway, I need to order something. What do you want to drink tonight? Last time he had something with ginger that the werewolf guy had. This time, I think he'll choose something else. Do you have any blood? Of course I do. It's in my veins. I'm speechless. Sorry, sir, but we don't. Come on. Did you think I was serious? Oh, so he was just pulling my leg. Pulling someone's leg means you're joking, you're kidding with them. I could even write that. So to pull one's leg, to joke with them. Do you guys like when I write things in the chat? It stops the music, so it disrupts the flow a bit, but it will help you remember the words. So it's not only listening to something, you have the actual phrase or word written down. Let me know what you think about it. Maybe you prefer staying in the zone in the game. Oh, nah. Give me a ginger green tea. Make sure it's very warm and bitter. Okay, that's similar to what he had last time. So ginger green tea, warm and bitter. Okay, it shouldn't be hard to do. Ginger green tea. Green tea. I could also take a look at my brew pad. I'm sure we have some new drinks there. Yeah, the cough syrup. Remember we said coughing is and sneezing is apchoo. Green tea, lemon, honey. Cure is something that ends an illness. Dark chocolate espresso, green tea latte, Jahet Tabrak, or Jahi Tabrak. I'm butchering the pronunciation. There's no recipe for this one, but I don't think we'll need it. What was his profile on Tomodactyl? Where's Mr. Hyde? A supermodel. Vampire, professional model, CP company, and I guess this is Alyssa, his booking manager. Cool. So green tea, ginger, right? And should I add anything extra here, like a bit more of ginger or a bit more of green tea? In fact, they more or less have the same effect, but ginger will also add the warmth. Green tea will only add bitterness. So a bit more ginger. Let's brew it. See how it goes. Yes, it's very useful. All right, Sarah. I'll be writing it. Whenever you feel like you missed a word or a phrase and you would like me to repeat, please do write in the chat and I'll make sure to note it down for you. For now, let's serve this to Mr. Hyde. Your drink is ready. Let's see. Slurp, slurp. That sound you heard is called slurping. So I can also write that down. Slurping. The sound you hear when someone drinks loudly from... When someone drinks loudly. It could be from a glass, could be from a cup. How much do you guys hate slurping? I really cannot stand it. Let me know in the chat. Can you tolerate slurping? I know that in some cultures it is completely okay. I believe somewhere in Asia, was it Japan or China? I don't know. For me personally, I really have to squeeze my fists and try to calm myself down when I hear somebody slurping. Obviously, it is fine if it happens once. You know, you can unintentionally create the sound, but when somebody's... that's a bit too much. So from 1 to 10, I would say slurping is a strong 9 in terms of my pet peeves. Pet peeves are some things that really drive you nuts. They're not necessarily bad or they won't hurt you, but you really don't like them. It's a pet peeve. Pet peeve. Something minor that really annoys you. Slurping is definitely my pet peeve. But back to Mr. Hyde. Glad you liked it. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, very nice way to ask a polite question, especially if it could be something sensitive, private. If you don't mind me asking, ask away. So a way of saying feel free to ask. You could also say shoot, go ahead. All those are used to give permission. You said you're here for work? Yes. For a couple of weeks. You're not in the medical industry like Mr. Gala, are you? Hell no. I could never imagine myself doing something so... what's the word? Yeah, you can use this phrase when you can't remember a word. So instead of saying, you can always replace that with, what's the word? What was it called? You know, what do you say? Those are always better than just the awkward silence. What's the word? Something as honorable as that. So honorable. He doesn't feel like an honorable person. Something honorable is something that people admire, something that brings glory, something that is generally considered very moral and overall useful, positive to the society, not just individual people. I can't tolerate this in Japan. It is normal when they eat noodles. All right, so I won't be eating noodles in Japan then. I really cannot stand it. Just too much for me. Then, are you dealing with something I shouldn't ask about? I'm not a criminal, in case that's what you had in mind. I mean, it's not an evil job, per se. Per se is a good phrase. Per se is used to say that it is not immediately implied. It is not obvious by definition. So per se, by definition, assumed. Or just let's keep it by definition. So again, you could say, I'm not a graphic designer per se. Like, I don't really sell my work. I don't do it for any money, but I do design everything on my page. So you could say like that, or you could say it wasn't a horrible thing per se, but he probably should have done it differently. So per se, by definition. So what Hyde is saying here is that it could be something bad, something controversial, but it is not something obviously evil. It is not something that in its nature and its essence will be evil, bad, per se. But definitely not as honorable as working in a hospital. Yes, obviously. So his job might not be evil, but it's not as great, not as honorable as working in a hospital. Then what is it? Guess. You travel a lot? Again, I'm using intonation here to ask the question, even though this would be a statement, more or less. You befriended a startup founder. To befriend someone is to become friends with. So I've become friends with, or I befriended plus the object. It's a different type of a verb with the same meaning. So I assume you either have your own startup. So I used either. That means I'm going to present two options. I assume. I'm predicting based on what I've heard so far. Either Mr. Hyde has his own startup. A startup, I believe you know what it is. A company that was started without much funding, usually by a small group or even an individual. Or you work in some kind of investment agency. Heh. I used to, but not anymore. You guys remember used to? We did it. When you say you used to do something, it is something from the past, an activity that is no longer done, no longer true. That startup founder, he's just a friend. then what do? I've had many career paths in my life. Same here, Mr. Hyde. They got boring after a while. Sort of same here, but I am enjoying this one very much. So right now, I'm a model. I didn't expect that. I think Mr. Hyde told us that. Or perhaps we saw it on their profile here. Yeah. Okay, perhaps our character didn't know it, but we saw this. But you have the looks and the figure, so I guess it makes sense. So the looks and the figure, looks mostly the facial appearance, and then the figure, so your body shape. You want to know a secret? Sure. What's the secret? What is the hidden truth? Those ads for anti-aging skincare products. Okay, so ads, short for advertisements, those promotional posters, billboards, or video advertisements on TV and the internet for anti-aging. When something is preceded by anti, it means it's supposed to fight against it. So these are some care products that should keep your skin young. No way. Vampire models. Alright, so basically all the vampires who don't age are promoting anti-aging creams, which is completely misleading for the human customers. I guess that's what happens in real life. I don't know if they use any vampire models, but I'm sure most of them are misleading as hell. We are naturally good looking. Good looking, a compound adjective, meaning somebody is beautiful or handsome. Beautiful is used for women, and handsome is used for men. You should keep that in mind. So I'm a handsome guy, not a beautiful guy. We are naturally good looking, skin paler than an elf's. Alright? Pale means without much pigment, without much color. So whenever somebody has really bright white skin, you could call them pale, especially when it is sort of sickly in a way. So you might have a person tell you you look pale when you are under some illness. When you are about to vomit, you feel sick, then you might go pale and have that from another person. So being pale is not always a good thing. However, in the industry that Mr. Hyde is working in, it is a positive trait. But we don't have those annoying pointy ears. True, so pointy with a sharp end. You all know what elves' ears look like. Which makes us basically a bunch of good-looking living mannequins. A mannequin is that plastic, usually plastic model you have in boutiques and other clothing stores on which they put clothes for display, usually the most important or the latest items. How better to advertise anti-aging products than with people who naturally don't age? Pretty straightforward. There's no better way to do it. Isn't that false advertising? Yes, false advertising is a type of advertising which spreads misinformation. Heh, don't be naive. A naive person believes in everything they're told. They're very gullible. They are very likely to believe everything they see and hear. Truth is a matter of circumstance and perspective. Very true. I agree with that. So everybody will have their own version of truth and their own version of reality. It's all a matter of circumstance. So conditions that you are surrounded by, and perspective, the way you choose to look at those conditions and circumstances. Advertising is just framing the truth. That's right. So you just have something and you are framing it. So to frame something means to adjust it, present it in a way that suits you, in a way that you wish to. So advertising is just presenting it in a certain way. I never thought of it that way. How long have you been modeling? Modeling, that is the job that Mr. Hyde is doing. Oh, not long. Not much more than 30 years. Modeling for 30 years is crazy. Hello, Aisha Gul. Welcome to the stream. How do you like Mr. Hyde? Could you believe that this is a man and not a woman? It was a huge shock for me. Wow. And somebody's coming. Maybe it's Aisha Gul. No, it's Freya. Good evening. Can you please be a little quieter? So quiet. Shh. Speaking in low voice. Can you please be a little quieter? There's another customer here. Oh, so she shouted. She was very loud when she entered. Act like a civilized person, if you can. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to make this place a little livelier. So something lively is something full of life. You will describe a children's birthday party as a lively event, and obviously a funeral where you put a dead person into the grave will be quite the opposite, something without much life and spirit to it. You don't mind, right, sir? And she's being sarcastically formal. You don't mind? If you don't mind. So to mind means to be annoyed by something. So if you say, yes, I do mind, it means, yes, I have a problem with it. No, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure I saw you the last time I was here. Freya is always around. You bet. So if you want to confirm something, you can say, you bet. I'll write that down. So you bet, used to confirm something, to confirm, or as an affirmative response. Yes. So that's how you can say yes in a cool but casual, colloquial way. You probably shouldn't say you bet to your boss, unless they are a cool person. Then you might as well impress them with your natural, casual English. You could say, I'm a regular here. Yes, you are, Freya. Hence the attitude. Hence, we spoke about it. You can use it at the start of a sentence to replace therefore. In a way, you are using hence to say, okay, this is what happened and this is the result. So she explained that she was a regular, and from there she gets the attitude. So I could say, there are 7 people watching, hence I'm not happy because I was expecting 8 people to watch. That is the correlation between hence and the introductory phrase. Hey, you look very happy. Any special occasion? So occasion, any special moment, any special reason? Nah, nothing. This is my default state. So something default is natural. It is the base, the core state. She only has 2 states, either extreme excitement or super stressed. Sounds like me, more or less. Stop putting me in a bad light. Anyway, what were you talking about? Guys, remember this one. When you want to change the topic, you want to talk about something else, you use anyway. We were talking about Mr. Hyde's profession. And what is your profession, dear sir? I'm a model. And he has been doing it for 30 years. Holy crap. Like we said, crap is a more polite version of this word. 30 years of modeling. That's a long time. It really is. Not for me. My current... what is this word? I don't think I've ever seen it. In the clothing brand I work with, Liaison. Liaison. Is that how you pronounce it? Liaison. It's a new word we're gonna learn. Liaison. Liaison is the pronunciation. Let me just confirm that through Cambridge so I don't share any wrong information. Yeah, liaison. Liaison. Liaison, and that is communication between people or groups who work with each other. Okay. So basically, it is a person or system that facilitates communication and cooperation between two different departments or companies. My current liaison in the clothing brand I work with. I can't quite grasp how I could use this sentence, this word in a sentence. That's what's bothering me. It's a French word. That's why we don't really use it as much. Those Norman words are always the fancier versions of their Anglo-Saxon counterparts. But yes, my current liaison in the clothing brand I work with, okay, let's see what they're gonna say, is the daughter of the guy I work with when I started modeling. Crazy. So, okay, a liaison is a person who acts as a connector between groups or the communication and collaborative relationship itself. So basically, that person, the liaison, is the daughter of the guy Mr. Hyde worked with when he started modeling. So the connection between him and the company is that girl, the daughter of his first liaison or something. So let's just make sure we note that down. Okay, let's make sure we write that down. So the spelling is Liaison. And that is a person who connects two sides. Bingo. We learned something new. I'll also have to practice using this one. Usually I work until it's the grandchild. Cool. Cool. That's really cool. I'm Freya, by the way. Nice to meet you, Freya. How's the writing so far? It's okay. But I'm stuck and in need of a warm drink. Stuck? When something is stuck, it's not moving. And Freya needs a warm drink. So we're gonna give her triple shot espresso. So brew me something, please. Coffee. Of course, it's gonna be coffee and her triple shot espresso. What else could it be? Nah. I need to take it slow tonight. Okay. Make me something warm and sweet without coffee. Warm and sweet without coffee. That's gotta be... tea with... sweet. I guess it's gotta be something with chocolate. Chocolate and ginger. And also warm. Milk is gonna make it cold. Wait a second. It should be green tea or just tea? Well, then green tea, because tea itself also gives us some coolness. So we're gonna use green tea. But then also she wants something sweet. Oof. Okay, honey is gonna balance that. Oh, it's also gonna make it healthy. And I mean, ginger is gonna make it a bit more warm, and then also add to the bitterness, which, I mean, it might not be the best choice. Oh, guys, I'm not sure. Green tea, honey, and what? Do you have any suggestions? I'm lost here. Tea with milk and honey. Okay, Magdalena, I think I'm gonna listen to you. Do you folks have any other ideas? You said tea with milk and honey. So regular tea. Should I use green tea or regular tea? Because green tea doesn't give it any cool. And she says something warm, right? So it shouldn't make it too cool. I guess green tea, and then milk, and we said honey. How does it look? I don't know, it doesn't look perfect, but then what can I do? I'm limited. My hands are tied. Regular tea. Okay. Okay, Magdalena, I'll listen to your advice. If Freya doesn't like it, I'll just blame it on you. So, just to make sure I don't get the recipe wrong, you said tea with milk and honey. Okay. This is exactly what you said. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I should do some latte art, obviously. What should I put, guys? It's been a while since I last did some latte art. Give me some suggestions. Should I try to make some panoramic view? Okay, this is the horizon. These are gonna be the trees. Okay, that totally doesn't make sense. I'll need to try harder. Please give me some ideas. I really need some inspiration. I've done hearts. I've done smiley faces. Always a smile or a scary cat again. Well, let's do both. Let's make a scary cat with a smile. That's the safest option. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's been a while. Wait. I've lost it. I no longer have that movement in my hands. Wait. No, it's not going well, guys. I'm under pressure now. Whew. Wait. Wait, let's start from a pointy ear. Wow, it's not going well. Okay, wait. Focus. Decent. Oh my god, this is gonna be the scariest cat ever. Is this... What is this? Is this the head? I mean, I kind of see it, you know? Like, this is the nose, the mouth, and then the eyes. Could I be onto something here? I mean, it kind of looks not too bad, right? Maybe not a cat, but this could pass as a fox or another animal. What do you guys think? Well, what do you see in this cup? If somebody showed you this picture, what would you say it was? The whiskers. Ah, yes, the whiskers are missing. You're absolutely right, Magdalena. I need to add them. Oof, no. Oh my god, I can't do it. I can etch them. No. I gotta reset. Nah. I gotta do the cat some justice. Wait, it's too much. The right ear was good. Wait. I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get angry, guys. My nerves are starting to collapse. How am I so bad at this all of a sudden? Okay. Okay, that's better. But still not good. I think I'm going too curved here. Like, it should be something like this. I can start from above. From right here. Okay. Okay. This is much better. The little nose here. Not bad. Smiley face. Great. The eyes, sure. Let's fix the ear. Great. And now the tiny whiskers. No, it's just not going. Terrible. A sun could be easier. Okay, I'll try a sun. How do I draw a sun? Okay, a circle. Just a big circle in the middle, okay. It's not very central. I need to fix that. Ah, this is gonna take a while, folks. You can just go grab some coffee while I finish my latte art. Okay. And then what do you think? I guess this does look like the sun. Rated from 1 to 10. But be honest, what do you think? We have the sun and its rays. I'm personally not dissatisfied. Sure, it could be slightly better, but I can see the sun. I don't think you're too happy with it. You're not giving me any positive feedback. Oh, I'm stressing out. A spider. A masterpiece. Thank you, Magdalena. And it looks like a spider, Sarah says. Okay. You know what? I'll try to make the cat again. I just need to get it right. I'm sorry. I can't give up on the idea of a scary cat. Okay, the ear. And the other ear. Good. Finish the face. I'm getting angry. I'm getting properly angry. Wait. Make the head. Nah. How did I do it last time? I'll have to rewatch the video. Okay, the head. One ear here, the other ear here. Finish the face. Okay. It's not too bad. Eyes here. The nose here. The smile goes here. Thin whiskers, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna serve this to her. I can't. I don't give a damn. I'm done. A warm, sweet drink ready. I wish she could actually see the design. My latte art. I know she's gonna say, wow, this drink is incredible. Thank you for serving it to me. But I would really love to hear her impression. What do you guys think about my cat? How would you rate it from 1 to 10? Please let me know. But be honest. Don't give me the false praise. Nice. Sure. It was absolutely nice. A perfect drink to end the day. Yeah, especially a horrible day. Glad you liked it. I sure did. I sure did feel glad. So, you're a writer? Yes, I work for the Evening Whispers. Remember, guys, whispers are... Go those very quiet words you say. That's whispering. -1. Wow. I didn't mean you should be so honest and strict, Magdalena. You should have kept it mildly positive. You could have said at least 5, but I appreciate your honesty. I'll have to work on my latte skills. I realize that. But I'm also working on my own novel right now. Yes, cool. That's great. Sounds interesting. What kind of novel are you writing? It's complicated. I love when people can't explain. You should wait until she finishes it. Yeah, no spoilers. Spoilers are the information you get ahead of time. When you find out what happens in a story before you actually should. So let's say you're watching Game of Thrones. Have you guys seen Game of Thrones? By the way, tell me in the chat. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. But let's say you're only now starting to watch Game of Thrones and you're somewhere in season 2, and then I come along and I've seen all the seasons and I tell you, oh, this character dies in season 5 and this guy becomes the king at the end of the series. Those would be spoilers. So the information from the story you're not supposed to know. Just kidding. So you were pulling my leg. You were pulling my leg. Okay. I got it. That's if she ever manages to finish it. So to manage to do something means to do it successfully. Be able to do it. So if somebody asks you if you need help, you can say, no worries, I can manage, like, I can handle it. And in this case, I'm saying if she manages to finish it. So if she is able to finish it, but that is a question, obviously. Yeah, that too. What's the genre? Remember the pronunciation, not genre, genre. What is the game's name? Hello, Exy. It is Coffee Talk. I can write in the chat just so you have it. Coffee Talk. It's a nice game. You can find it on Steam and some other platforms. I bought it on sale for 4.5 euros. So I'm sure I think the regular price is $12, 12 euros. But you can find it on discount sooner or later, at least. Slice of life. I didn't quite remember what Mr. Hyde said, but she said slice of life. Slice is a tiny piece of something, a thin piece of something. If you have a loaf of bread, you will slice it up. Or you could slice a tomato and put those slices in your sandwich. So, not fantasy or sci-fi. Sci-fi, short for science fiction? I'm still not sure. Probably it'll be normal slice of life. You'll have tough competition. Tough is another flexible word. It could mean something that is hard. So if you describe an object as tough, it might mean it is hard to break it. You know, walnuts are tough. You usually need a hammer to crack them open. But in this case, tough competition means she's going to have serious competitors, some good writers who will try and upstage her, be better than her. You're not wrong. I'll probably put some surreal elements in there. So surreal means something greater than real life. Something that sort of is real, but feels unreal. That is the difference between unreal and surreal. So something that is generally real, but feels unreal. That is what surreal is. Maybe I'll set in a world where only humans exist. Okay, so basically our world. Heh, sounds a bit racist. That's the twist. The twist, the plot twist. So the twist is something that is, how should I define it? Like, if it's a plot twist, it is an event that surprises the reader or the viewer. You might be thinking the story is going in one direction, and then it suddenly changes and turns into something else. So here, the racist part is the twist. That is something she will use to attract the readers. This isn't about racial supremacy. I imagine, even in a world where only one race exists, problems will still appear anyway. Yep. Unfortunately, discrimination and racism will still happen. How can they be racist without other races? That's a good question. Differences in language, nationality, ideology, or even skin color. When everything's the same, the smallest differences will stand out. Unfortunately true, people are best at finding ways to discriminate against one another. So when all the other parameters are the same, there are no vampires and werewolves, people just talk about how white their skin is or which language they speak. To stand out means to be easily visible, to be obvious, unlike the rest. Perhaps it's diversity that can teach us to look past the differences. Agreed? The bottom line is, so you can use this for a conclusion. When you are about to reach a conclusion, you can say, the bottom line is, we'll always find a way to hate others. I agree with this. And also when it comes to AI, I think the reason why AI will never replace teachers like me is because humans will discriminate against AI. They will always know, even when we get humanoid robots, we will never truly support such tutors because they won't be like us. We will know, okay, we are human and they are something else. We are tribal in our nature. We will generally always feel closer to your compatriot. A compatriot is a person who comes from your country. You will always feel closer to them than to somebody from the other side of the world. I assure you of that. So she wants to make sure, I mean, not make sure, but she wants to definitely confirm that it is going to happen. Sort of guarantee, like I guarantee it's going to be like that. That doesn't really sound all that funny. Hey, it's fantasy. That's what fiction's for. Anyway, yes, that's right. So fiction is something that is not real. Painting the what ifs. That's right. So the what ifs are those questions when you wonder, what if this was different? Or speaking of the past, what if this hadn't happened? Those are our lovely conditionals. That's actually pretty interesting. I'll buy your book when it comes out. And I'll fly back here to have it signed. Great. Have it signed. You see, that is the causative. So not I'll fly back here and sign it, because that would mean she would sign it himself. Pardon, not she. He will sign it himself. But have it signed means Freya will do it for him. That's why when we, for example, I don't know, drive our car to have the regular maintenance, we will say, oh, I'm having my car maintained, I'm having my car fixed, not I'm fixing my car, because fixing your car means picking up your screwdriver and diving under the hood yourself. Ah, thank you. Or no, it's not it's thank you. And somebody else is coming. Who could it be? Who could it be? It's Lua. I remember her name, and she's a succubus. Succubuses are some demonic creatures that like to seduce men. I remember that. Good evening, Miss Lua. Hi there. How's it going? Great, thanks. Lua, please meet Hyde. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hyde. And Hyde, please meet Lua. Hi. Are you by yourself? Are you alone? Yeah, just finished the meeting. I needed an escape from my co-workers. So I decided to come here instead. Is Bailey's coming? Guys, do you remember Bailey's? Her boyfriend? Oh, he's not. And Mr. Hyde's phone is ringing. He's a freelancer, remember? He is free to do whatever he wants. But when she's not happy, when she said that, she was pretty unhappy. Look at her face. That's an angry look. Is everything okay? Now this is a worried look on Freya's face. And there's a long pause. To be honest, we haven't talked much since the other day. The other day being the day they had the argument at the coffee shop. Oh. We shall fix that with a warm drink then. It's a good idea. Good idea, thanks. I'm in the mood for a green tea latte. Green tea latte? Is there a problem? No, it's nothing, sorry. Then a cup of green tea latte, please. I think there's a reason I said green tea latte. Was it something that Bailey's ordered last time? As a sort of comfort drink that I gave him after their argument? I think there's a reason I followed up and said green tea latte. There's gotta be a reason. There's something deeper to it. Okay, let's check the recipe. How do I brew a green tea latte? Green tea, milk. Okay, pretty simple actually. Green tea, milk, brew. And you guys know what that means? We're gonna have another round of my amazing latte art. Okay, who's excited about this? I believe you all are. I sure as hell am. It's an opportunity to, once again, draw my amazing cat. Or maybe it should be something else this time. I don't know. I have no idea. A Pac-Man. Yes, a Pac-Man would be good. It's a C. No, but what is happening with the milk? Why is it so thick? Wait, I need to be... Okay, wait. I guess I should first do a C, like I did for Jada. Something like this. Alright. Not bad. And then do it like this. That's a Pac-Man, guys, isn't it? Not the best one. I'll try to do it one more time, but I'm generally satisfied. Alright, better. Yeah, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Is this a Pac-Man? I think it is. It looks like a Pac-Man. If you're still here, please rate it for me. Tell me how good it is. I hope it is worthy of something higher than -1 that I got for my scary cat. I mean, I'm looking at it from my phone. It looks like a beam of sorts. Yeah, kind of looks like a moon too, but it is something, right? It is better than the previous one, so we'll go ahead and serve it. Your green tea latte is ready. Thank you. I don't know why, but I was suddenly longing for a green tea latte. To long for something means to truly want it. So, to long for something, to have a strong desire for it. Perfect. So she was longing for some green tea latte. Like, this drink feels really heartwarming. So this drink not only makes your stomach and throat warmer, it also makes your heart warmer. Call me pretentious. Pretentious means you have a too high opinion of yourself. The way you speak about yourself shows you are overly confident, cocky, and you really think you are amazing. That is what pretentious means. But I think drinks have the power to connect people's hearts. I think that's an overstatement, a bit too much. That's surprisingly deep for a cup of tea. By the way, about Bailey's. Okay, let's find out what's going on. Has he visited this place again? Okay, so she still cares about Bailey's. Guys, I really hope they end up together after our last meeting. Not that I know of. So, she is not familiar, not that I know of. You can use this to say something is not familiar with you without saying a straight up no. So he might have come without her knowledge. He hasn't. As an owner, I can definitely confirm. I should apologize for the commotion we caused. Commotion is some movement. In this context, commotion is the problem. So all the dynamic that was happening during their argument that sort of caused disruption in the night, which was otherwise pretty peaceful and quiet. And Mr. Hyde is constantly checking his phone, so there's something going on there. Please don't worry about that. Who is this Bailey's person you keep mentioning? It's a long story, Lua, right? Bailey's is, or was, I don't know. Oh, this is problematic. Why is she saying he was? I'm not happy with this, guys. My boyfriend hurts. We had a little fight a few days ago. About what? And look at her smoking, inhaling that nicotine. Freya is whispering, "Hey, is it okay for him to just ask her like that?" Were you able to hear my whispers? I'm trying to get you involved in the story, make sure you really feel like you're there. But please confirm you were able to hear my whispers, otherwise it would be pretty pointless. You tell me. Dude, I'm just a customer. You're the owner of this place. I really hope you can hear the whispers, otherwise I'll be like saying something. My mouth will move, but you won't be able to hear anything. Please confirm you can hear the whispers before I proceed. Just write Y or N, depending on whether you can hear me or not when I'm whispering. Because okay, you hear the whispers, great. So now I can be a proper voice actor. Let's continue. It's an old problem. I'm a succubus and he's an elf. The usual racial problems then. Psst! Show some manners, old man. What? I'm just following up on the question you started. It's alright. Bailey's and I have different views on the importance of family. So they are not on the same page. You can see she used Bailey's and I. that is the grammatically correct way of using two people as the subject. So me and Bailey's is commonly used. I mean, the me and someone structure is commonly used in spoken English nowadays, but obviously me is an object pronoun, so it should be someone and I, or I and someone should be the subject of the sentence, not me and someone. But that is the official grammatical rule. In spoken language, it is generally fine to say, yes, me and, Leah went outside for a drink. My family is pretty close, and usually they are supportive. But when it comes to dating an elf, they fear that I'll be treated like a peasant. And a peasant is a person from a village. So, a villager, and specifically, an uneducated one. So, a villager is, I would say, less offensive than a peasant. A peasant is, it bears this negative connotation in a way. Although it shouldn't, obviously. Peasants are hardworking people. Bailey's, on the other hand, so you can see she is presenting the other side of the argument, the opposite. On the other hand, he comes from a well-respected elven family. They can be cagey at times. I get it. Cagey? Let me confirm what that means. I believe it means they like to control him. We all know what a cage is. That sort of prison with metal bars. Well, a cagey person avoids being direct because they're cautious, suspicious, protecting their own interests. Yes, so cagey is so careful, cagey. So careful, protecting your own interests. That is what cagey means. But for whatever reason, he took his family for granted. To take something or someone for granted means not to appreciate them. So we often say that we take things we have in our lives for granted, like having access to drinkable water. So many people in Africa, unfortunately, don't have that privilege, but for us, it is not something that makes us happy when we wake up in the morning, right? So we are taking it for granted. Oftentimes, children will take their parents for granted, and only after they lose their parents do they realize how much those people actually mattered in their lives. So to take for granted, to not appreciate someone or something. So Bailey's is taking his family for granted. He doesn't really put any value to them. It's not surprising that his family would disagree with the relationship. You don't sound like the most succubi I know. Succubi is the plural of succubus. So it's not succubuses, it's succubi. How's your boyfriend dealing with this? He said we should just keep going. Just the same as we have been for the last 10 years. Damn, 10 years. So you've been together for 10 years as a couple, and he's suggesting that both of you should just go on as usual. I mean, your relationship for the past 10 years, that was without familiar approval, right? So without any approval from the families. Well, yes, but I want our relationship to move forward. So to move forward, to move on to the next step, to intensify, become more serious, I want a family. Did he disagree with the idea of marrying you? No, quite the opposite. So when you want to say that, for example, when a person asks you something, let's say, oh, do you like pizza? And you say, no, quite the opposite. You are, you are intensifying your answer that is going to be the complete opposite of what they initially believed. So if they said, you like pizza, you say quite the opposite. I actually hate it. I've never had pizza. I can't put pizza in my mouth. So in this case, he did not oppose marrying her. In fact, quite the opposite. He wanted to marry her. What's the problem then? It's not that simple. It never is. His family will disown him. To disown someone is the legal process of cutting ties with a person from your family. So a child can disown their parents, or a parent could disown their child, or sometimes even children. So legally, that child is no longer connected to the parent who disowned them, and they might have to change their last name, or obviously they won't be able to inherit any of the property owned by their parents. Yes, he wants to marry you even if he has to leave his family. Yes. Problem solved then. Why do you have to care so much about what his or your family thinks? Mr. Hyde is right. Just marry him, make a family of your own. Make a family of your own. So make a family that you two guys will create. Don't think about your parents. It's not that simple. I mean, I deserve an Oscar for my voice acting. I swear to God. I don't want to be held responsible. To be held responsible? To be the one to blame? If he regrets his decision one day. So she is afraid of being blamed by him later on in life for cutting ties, severing ties with his family. Abandoning one's family is not a solution. To abandon, to completely leave. So she's saying leaving his family like that is not how things should be done. What if marrying me is a mistake? What if he regrets leaving his family? I can't take that kind of responsibility. I can't let him make that sacrifice. Sacrifice, you guys know what it means. It is to lose something knowingly, consciously, and just for the greater purpose, for the greater good. Lua, did you ever think about the risks when you started dating him? Yes. And you could hear the slur. Mr. Hyde is annoying. Yes, no, maybe a little bit. We didn't think it would get this far. Heh. From what I can see, you're the problem here. That's right, tell her. You're pretty greedy for wanting it all. Greedy. A person who wants a lot. A person who always wants more. She is just an overthinker. I guess you're referring to Lua. Most likely she is. Yes, I agree with that. She is worrying about all the people involved. I think she should focus more. I don't know. I mean, what would be your approach, Aisha Gül? Just being in Lua's position. Do you think you would sort of accept the reality and move forward with the other person who is ready to sacrifice it for you? Or would you overthink like Lua? Because I'm an overthinker. I definitely feel I can understand Lua's position here, even though I can't agree with her. And I agree with you, Aisha Gül, that she is overthinking it. Him, family approval. If you're asking for racial reconciliation means becoming friends again in a way. Basically, reconciliation is, let's say, two partners in a marriage divorce, and then they can reconcile in the future. So they put their differences aside and they reconcile. So reconciliation. I think we are all overthinkers here, Magdalena. This is a community of overthinkers, which is why I love you guys. That's why I'm so happy to be here with you. We are not just learning English, but also sharing our doubts and our inner issues. You too, Sarah. Yes, we are all on the same page. High five. High five. Double high five. Reconciliation. So ending conflict and getting back to normal. That is reconciliation. Might as well ask for world peace. So, yes, Hyde is saying, you know, the two races will not just bury their hatches. They won't just end their conflict overnight. It's not realistic. Old man, stop talking. Lua, if I may ask, do you want to marry Bailey's? I love him. Of course I do. Even so, I can't let him leave his family for me. It would be selfish. Because I can't do the same for him. Oh, that's major. That's big. So if she were in the same position, she wouldn't abandon her family. Oh, damn. This is bad. This is bad because, you know, I believe that if Bailey's knew this, if he were aware of of Lua's lack of willingness to choose him over her family, I'm not sure if he would still be ready to make the same sacrifice. This is major, guys. This is the reason. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Lua, I don't know what to say. I love my family so much, no matter how messy they are. Oh, I don't like this. Big L's for Lua. I mean, you have to love your family, but it's your life after all. And unless their concerns are valid, you probably shouldn't listen to them. That's my personal opinion. Like, obviously, if there's something wrong with the other person, they are there to give you advice. But if they will oppose your relationship just because the other person comes from a different country or a different religion, I don't agree with that. And again, like she said, it shows they're messy, and I don't think you should choose them over your love. Or in other words, you shouldn't choose the side which forces you to choose. Obviously, if your family is, you know, not delighted, not thrilled about your choice, but they still are ready to make compromise, and then your partner says you have to choose between me and your family, then you better dump that partner and go back to your family and thank them for warning you. But again, it comes down to which side is more open to discussion and not about whether you were born in the family or you just love someone. Well, that's difficult. So you're forcing your boyfriend, to have the same life as you have. Damn, Hyde is smart. So basically, he is implying that Lua is sort of choosing for Bailey's. Amazing. She is not completely in love with Bailey's. I agree. Absolutely, Magdalena. I think that Once you are truly in love, when you're head over heels in love, you don't have such doubts. And you are ready to do whatever it takes to be with someone. Yes, it's hard for her to admit that. That blood is thicker than water mentality won't work here. This is a common saying in English. Blood is thicker than water. And it means people who are connected by blood, people who are related by blood, usually have a stronger connection and they share similar features and ways of thinking. So when you want to say a son acts like their father, you could say, oh, blood is thicker than water. And her mentality here is that because she is connected with her family through blood, she should choose them, and the same should apply to Bailey's. But obviously, Mr. Hyde is right. The mentality doesn't work. Not every family is worth fighting for, you know? Some are. Oh, she's ready to defend her opinion. Not his. Have you ever met Bailey's family? No. They always rejected the idea. Did he try to introduce you to them? He did. Bailey's is a sweetheart. You can't have it all, lady. This is not a fairy tale. Fairy tale, something. A beautiful fictional story. This is not a story where some fairy godmother will suddenly appear and grant you wishes. This is how things go in real life. You have to take chances and make sacrifices. So take a chance when something appears, you grab it, you try to use it, and obviously make sacrifices. So do some things you wouldn't do. A vampire house said this may be tricky. Oh, I didn't quite catch that, Sarah. Could you rephrase your question? A vampire house said this may be tricky. Please rewrite your message. And you choose which one is the best for you. Pretty simple. I'm sorry. I have to leave. Wow. We forced her away. I hate to be the girl who always runs away. But thank you for the advice. Take care on your way, Miss Lua. I will. Bye. I mean, it's a tough story, guys. You were super harsh to her. I think that's what she said. Super harsh? Oh yeah, actually I have the transcript here. Yes, you were super harsh, old man. So harsh means you are rude. You're not painting your words in a way that is polite and meant not to offend someone. He was very direct, and he didn't pay attention to her feelings. Mr. Hyde said, blood is thicker than water. Yes, where was it? Yes, blood is thicker than water. I'll write it in the chat just so you have it. Blood is thicker than water. People who are related share a strong bond and similar features. That is, blood is thicker than water. Heh, but you agree with me, don't you? Well, you didn't have to say it so harshly, you know? Yeah, he could have been more lenient, more polite. What are you doing here by yourself anyway? Trying to pick a fight with everyone? To pick a fight? To get into a fight? I'm waiting for a friend. And there he is. Yep, that's right. There he is. Mr. Gala, or Gala. I always pronounce his name differently. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Gala. How are you doing, Freya? I'm fine. But your friend here is one hell of a troublemaker. What did you do this time, Hyde? Stated facts. Cool. I'm starting to like Mr. Hyde. Harshly. To someone that needed it. Kinda true. But not the way you said it. Let me order a drink first. So Gala wants something to calm down his fury. Then you folks tell me what happened. What are you having this evening, sir? Do you remember my fury remedy? So remedy, something that helps you reduce, ease the symptoms. And fury is something that makes werewolves go crazy. I mentioned it a couple of days ago. The one with ginger and caffeine? Yes. Can you help me try to figure out what it is? Sure. Should I try mixing the ginger with tea? Yes. Tea, ginger, and I'm still not sure what the last one might be. Okay, I'll try experimenting with it. You'll know when you get it right. So he said, oh my god, I'm not paying attention. What did he say would be his order? He said caffeine and ginger, right? So I said tea. So regular tea, ginger, and what could be the final ingredients? What could be the final ingredient? These are just some regular drinks. There's Mr. Gala. Gala. He likes cats. Or it could be that girl who transforms into a human. A vampire saying blood is thicker than water seems strange. I think they really love using blood in every shape and form, whether literally or figuratively. What should I add as the final ingredient, Sarah? Also, other folks, Aishigul, Magdalena, if you're still here, what should I add as the final ingredient? We don't know what it could be. I don't think it's gonna be milk. Doesn't make sense. Could be honey. Any other ideas? I think honey sounds reasonable. It is a healthy ingredient, so it should be able to help. And it will add some sweetness, so make it more enjoyable. Honey indeed. Let's do it, folks. Maybe we've just discovered the cure to fury. No latte art, unfortunately. Let's hear the impressions. Here's your drink, sir. It's steaming hot. I'm 100% sure. This is not the remedy I would need. Don't say that. Let me try brewing another one. What? Is he crazy? What the hell? We gave him 66% of what he asked for. You know? Like, the only ingredient he didn't mention was honey. What the hell was I supposed to give him? To have him say, thanks for trying. People are just ungrateful. I'm so disgusted by this guy. So tell me what happened. She's a better storyteller than me. Alright, so there's this girl. And I guess that's the end of the story. Yeah. And that's about it. Hyde, oh Hyde. You never change, do you? That was a question tag. You never change, do you? So you just ask the question for confirmation and sort of restating your opinion. Oh, both of you are going to judge me for being honest now. Dude, honesty is good and all. But, you know, try not to be a Dick. I can say Dick because Dick is also a characteristic. And it's also a name. There are people named Dick. So a dick is somebody who is rude, annoying, a jerk. He is spoiled. 100% agreed. Bravo, Ayşegül. He is spoiled. I don't know what he expected to get. He should be grateful. Listen to her, Hyde. She's got a good point. Not you two. I was a bit surprised though. Usually you don't bother with this kind of thing. I've seen you actively avoid it. Heh. You do know me. We've been friends for years. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I got involved in that discussion. I guess the vibe in this place has seeped into me. Yes, to seep into something, to enter something. So it has gone inside Mr. Hyde. I understand. This place does have that special magic. Not exactly a good magic, judging from the reaction I received today. You may be right, but there are better ways to say what you have in mind. Anyway, I've got to go. So soon? It's past midnight. I need to get some sleep. Take care on your way, Freya. They love using this phrase. Take care on your way. Maybe it's dangerous outside. Sleep tight. It's a good phrase. I like using this one. So sleep tight. When you wish someone a good night, you can tell them, sleep tight. See you guys. Bye-bye, Freya. It's just the two good old friends left now. Why are you staring at me like that? To stare at someone or something? To have your eyes fixed on them? Nothing. What did you want to talk about when you told me to meet you here? I was just bored. And he got the poor guy to come over. And it's still raining outside. I don't know if it ever doesn't rain in this city. And that's the surest way to make you come out. Seriously? I thought the story from Freya was enough to fill your daily dose of interaction. Well, it was something indeed. You said something about being my friend for years. Yes, why? Do you ever wonder what we'd be like if we hadn't met? So, it's a good example of which conditional. Let's test your grammar, guys. He is into her. Ayşegül, you don't know the secret. Who's gonna tell Ayşegül? But before you tell Ayşegül about the secret, tell me which conditional this is. Does anybody know that? I don't know if you guys are ready for a sudden grammar quiz, but you should be ready. It's something you have to know at any time of day and night. Tell me, is it the zero conditional, the first conditional, the second one, the third one, the mixed conditional? There are many options. But it's a typical version. Usually we have some confirmational things, affirmative sentences, negative ones. We don't really have interrogative versions of conditionals. So that's why this might be a tricky question. Let's see if anybody can come with an answer. First, no, not the first conditional. Does anybody else have any ideas? The third conditional, closer, and I love this collaborative work. It is the mixed conditional, Magdalena. Why is it the mixed conditional? Because we have a combination of the second conditional, we would be, so would plus the infinitive, model plus infinitive, and then the third conditional, hadn't met past perfect. So they're wondering how a past change, if we hadn't met, what would be like now, the present. The third and the second. Yes, it is the mixed conditional. The combination of the third and the second. Good job, girls. You're all girlies, so I don't even have to say guys. What do you mean? Forget it. It's late anyway. I need to get back. Huh? Alright, Mark Coffee. Thanks for the evening. The pleasure was mine. Indeed it was. Bye. And Gala is left all alone with the drink he didn't like. Let's talk about that drink. What was that? No, I should ask you what that was. You know him better than I do, Mr. Gala. Aishiguro, you see we are using the masculine pronoun. That's the secret I was talking about. Care for another drink to end the day? It's the cool way of offering another drink. You know, care to share. It's you're asking if the other person would like to do it. So care to share the news? Would you be so kind? Would you like to share the news with me? Care for another drink to end the day? You know, would you enjoy another drink? Heh, sure. And I don't know, I guess that's the end of the episode. Spanish Sahara, warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Fancy. There is something here, lol. Yes, it's a strange world. It's a strange world. Folks, after we read the newspapers, I'll be ending the stream. Saturday, September 26th, 2020. Let's see what's in the news. The Evening Whispers, Saturday Opinion. Who watches The Watchmen in Seattle? Cats are the best creatures on Earth. Research has proven. Preach! I agree with this one. Are you folks cat people or dog people? Let me know that in the chat. How many cat people and dog people do we have? I like both, but I must say I'm a bit closer to being a cat person. I hold them just a tiny bit closer to my heart. So I would like to believe in this research. Atlantic countries plead for landfolk to send help instead of trash. I mean, obviously, it would be nice to send some help instead of trash. Okay, start the day. Let's see who the next guest is going to be. Oh, I'm surprised. Well, actually, I'm not gonna reveal it. Let's leave you with a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger. Cliffhanger. So, the end of an episode or movie which leaves the viewers wondering what's gonna happen next. So I'll leave you guys with a cliffhanger. You won't know who's coming. It could be Bailey's, it could be Mr. Hyde, could be that orcish girl wearing an NFL jersey. We'll see. I agree, I'm a cat lover. I love both, but I would like to have a cat as a pet. I think it's a cool choice. But taking care of pets inside a home, especially an apartment, is tough. Dog. Oh, Sarah, you're a dog lover. Okay, it's good. It's good to have both. And we're gonna save the game here. Yes. Let's see the spoiler. No spoilers. Spoilers are forbidden here. I have saved the game. And what can I say, folks? I'm going to the main menu. And that will be everything for tonight. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for bearing with my horrible latte art skills. I think I'll need to do some practice until we meet again. If you happen to have any questions for me, please do feel free to ask. And if not, I'll just wish everyone a good time. Don't hate me for the cliffhanger. That's just part of the game. Thank you. Good night. Thank you so much for being here, Aishagul. It's great having you as a viewer and as a student on stream. See you tomorrow. Absolutely, Magdalena. Huge W's for coming on tonight. Thank you. You're welcome, Sarah. Huge W's for you too. You have been the most consistent viewer recently. Thank you for that. And I can announce Sarah is going to join us as a student in the future. It is not certain when, but stay tuned. Until then, wishing you